Why Media Group? The fastest growing media group in North America.
It's a very important day. What does liberal majority mean for Canadians? The Liberals, with all the floor crossings and then the by-elections and everything, now Liberals seem to be stronger than ever. NDP, they had been decimated to single digits in the last elections. Leadership race, not too much of funding, not too much of a support, but they're trying to get back NDP. But for now, the Conservatives are watching when Liberals, what does the Liberal majority mean for Canadians? And we recently saw their convention as well. We did talk about this earlier as well, 3 by-elections. Romana-ji, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, never seen before in Canadian history that a prime minister, a governing party will reach majority in a by-election, which could happen tonight. This is Prime Minister Mark Carney really at the brink of winning a majority government and not having to rely on other parties to be able to push for his agenda when it comes to passing legislation in the parliament. So tonight will dictate what that means. There are 3 ridings that are in by-election. There's 2 in Toronto, that's Scarborough Southwest and University of Rosedale, which University of Rosedale had Krista Freeland and Scarborough Southwest had Bill Blair. Both were Liberal MPs, so it's assuming that it would go that way. And then you have one in Montreal area that is, really being fought between the Bloc Québécois as well as the Liberals for that seat. It was a Liberal seat. So today it could be, 2 out of the 3 seats or maybe all 3. It begs the question, well, we're going to know those numbers with the exit polls tonight. But essentially, this has come, at a time where this prime minister had 5 MP defections crossing the floor from the Conservative Party as well as the NDP, 4 Conservative MPs and 1 NDP crossing the floor, which really boosted the Liberal seat count. This is very unusual for, a prime minister's path to power that we've seen play out, 5 defections, MPs, and then possibly getting to a majority in just by-elections. He's really becoming the first for so many different things that we're seeing play out. So definitely you want to stay with us for what this means. The Liberals are just 1 seat shy of having majority. So tonight it could be over what they need. But really they just need 1 more seat. So this means he'll be able to pass the laws without opposition support. He could avoid risk of a government collapse. When you're in a minority government, then, the other parties can call for a vote of non-confidence and really triggering an election. So he'll be safe for that. And of course, you always want to have more than just majority. You want to have more seats than just majority because in case other MPs decide to step out or something happens, you want to not fall back into minority territory. So we'll see what that means for tonight. And, Mark Carney, his rise, in the political world from a private citizen, essentially a banker, to becoming the prime minister. Really, he's been framed as a crisis wartime leader, someone during economic tensions in the United States. And Canadians thought, hey, let's get a banker to help navigate through these times when we have tariffs from our biggest trading partners, and really overlooking politicians, that have been on Parliament Hill for 20 years, like Pierre Poilievre, and that's why Mark Carney has been at the helm of things. So it's going to be very interesting to see now that he's got the support of Canadians, really sending more Liberal MPs to Ottawa, what this prime minister is going to do. And hopefully, I think we do need to have a report card for this prime minister for his first year served in office. What did he accomplish? What are, long-term, short-term? Those are important things to measure. We know the economy is not doing so well. We know the job numbers that came out, in previous month was over 80,000 unemployment. We know that there's so many different risks. So it's very critical to see that, we see this prime minister working hard in terms of going overseas all the time to be able to have these trade agreements to diversify Canada's portfolio and partners away from the United States. But it's yet to be seen what are the immediate impacts of what this wartime and tariff time prime minister is, really has his mandate. And if he gets his majority tonight, then of course we expect him to, in a very short period, let us know what that looks like and start moving on some of those things right away.
Why Media Group? The fastest growing media group in North America.